Hey everyone, it's Kay here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are renovating an apartment in San Myshuno and it is 121 Hakim House. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not really sure, which is kind of funny. I just realized every time I record a a speed build, I always mention something that I don't know about The Sims. Like you guys are probably wondering if I even play The Sims, which I do. Obviously, I do builds. I do not do much gameplay, but it's just funny. I either don't know how to pronounce something, or I don't know what an object is called, or I don't know a career path that Sims can take. So it's just kind of funny, but I do play The Sims. I have been playing since The Sims 1 came out. The Sims 2 was my all-time favorite. I never played The Sims 3, actually, fun fact. And then I just started playing The Sims 4 last spring when the pandemic was just kind of taken off and there was stay-at-home orders and we were sheltering in place. So The Sims 4 was definitely helpful to fill my time. But anyway, like I said, we are renovating this apartment here in San Myshuno, and I imagined this apartment for an art critic. So it's a little fancy, I guess you would say. It's definitely not like a family home. I wanted it to be a little more kind of upscale. I just pictured her as like a really fancy sim who has really like classy, expensive taste. And yeah, so that is kind of the look I was going for. And then I went with obviously kind of like a black, white, and red theme. So I just kind of tried to stick with those objects mostly, and then just added a little bit of clutter. I cannot talk tonight. Added a little bit of hello, what is going on? Added a little bit of color with some plants here and there. That is what I was trying to say. I don't know why that was so difficult for me, but this area here is going to be the kitchen. As you can see, it is very dark, which, well, it'll get darker in a second when I change the wall color to some black tiles, but I really like to do dark kitchens for like classier apartments and non-family homes because I typically do build family homes. And so I don't get to make dark kitchens very often because I just don't feel like that would really kind of match the aesthetic that I'm going for when I'm building a family home. When I think of kids, I think of bright colors and just fun and more vibrant. And when I think of like dark colors, I think of more like classy and maybe like adult like, or like an adult without kids or a young adult or whatever. So that's what I was going for with the kitchen. And then which is just about finished up here. This build is a lot shorter than some of my other videos, which I'm not used to. So I feel like I am going to be talking very fast, but that might also be a good thing because like I said in my last video, I am really out of practice with voiceovers. My husband's laptop, which I used to make my speed builds, had been in repairs for over a month. So that is what the lack of activity was from on my YouTube, but I am getting back into the groove. I have a few videos that I'm working on now, and so hopefully my uploads will become more consistent. And so over here we are working on the living room, and again, just keeping it with the red, black, and white theme. I added this piano because I pictured her as a sim who has guests over. She likes to entertain. She likes to have her friends over for like fancy dinner parties, and she'll hire like a pianist to play music for everybody. And then I believe with the critic career, I think you also have to have work on your music skill. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that is what I had read when I was kind of getting ideas for this apartment. I wanted this apartment to have all of the skill building objects that your sim would need to work their way up the art critic career. And so obviously as an art critic, there are a lot of pictures on the wall, some of the more fancier pictures, there are a few sculptures, and I just kind of tried to go with like the fancier decorations that I could find. It's not my typical style. Like I said, I'm used to building family homes, so this was a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I definitely need to branch out more and kind of diversify my build. So that's what I was going for with this one. And I was thinking it would be a really fun idea to kind of go through the list of Sims 4 careers and like with base game and all the expansion packs and create builds, whether it's a house or an apartment for each career. and just have all the skill building objects and kind of like aesthetic and maybe hobbies that a sim in that specific career would enjoy. So you might see more of these videos on my channel soon. Here is going to be the dining room, and I wanted to make it a bigger dining room because, like I said, I felt like she likes to entertain. She likes to have a lot of people over for dinner parties, so she needs a lot of space in the dining room. And now that I think about it, I probably should have added a couple more chairs on the ends just to be able to fit more Sims at the table. But I think I actually add like a bench under that picture, and then there's a few other places to sit. So, I mean, there's plenty of space in this apartment to entertain. And then there's also the bar height table with the bar stools in the kitchen as well, where a couple of Sims can sit and eat. And so just adding a bit of clutter over here. I really like using this fake fireplace in apartments because, I mean, I guess you kind of could put a real fireplace in an apartment. To me, I like it to be more realistic, and since there wouldn't be anywhere for like the chimney to go, I don't tend to use real fireplaces in apartments, but maybe eventually when I get to those larger uptown apartments that are absolutely huge and totally daunting, and I'll obviously need to fill the space, so maybe I will be more inclined to use the fireplace there. But we are just about wrapping up with the dining room. I use these books from Tiny Living, which I mentioned in my last video. I use these books in almost every build, and it's really kind of sad, but I just love them so much. I like the swatches. I like how cute they are with the little plants as the bookends. And so, yeah, you'll definitely see those in a lot of my builds. And so over here is kind of her like art space. So this is where she works on her painting skill. There's kind of a lot of clutter over here with just like those paintings that kind of lean against the wall. And then I also add the ones that came with Eco Lifestyle. And then I do put a yoga mat as well, just so she has like some space to exercise. But this is definitely not a limited pack build, so I do apologize. I used, I don't know, at least, I don't even know how many packs, but I used a lot. I was not holding back because when I'm building, or I guess renovating an apartment or building a house, and I have like a specific idea in mind for that sim and for like what their character is going to be, I try not to limit myself with the packs, because then I feel like I'm not really able to kind of achieve the look that I'm going for. So I definitely used a lot of packs in this build, and I will do another limited pack build soon. I think the last one I did was the Seasons Family Home. At least for a speed build, I actually just uploaded to the gallery a rustic family home that uses only base game and cats and dogs. So that is available on my gallery. My gallery ID is kaysbuilds, and that information will be down below in the description box. And you can also find more screenshots of that build on my Instagram. My Instagram ID is also kaysbuilds. So it's very easy. Everything for all of my social media is kaysbuilds. So if you're not following me on Twitter, Instagram, the gallery, or wherever, I do recommend that you follow me. I have different content on each platform. I don't know if that's like a typical thing, or if usually people kind of have the same content across their platforms. But for me, it's my Instagram is probably my most active social media platform. It's just so much easier for me to upload pictures versus working on speed builds, because they are a little time consuming. That's why I do like doing these apartment renovations, because they are much quicker. The videos go by quicker. The editing is quicker. Just everything about them is a lot quicker. So yeah, anyway, I have talked over the bathroom, but there is a powder room out front. I didn't even talk through that one. And then this is kind of the master bathroom that is off of the bedroom that we are working on now. And for this, I just kept with the same black, red, and white theme. I wanted it to be very clean and kind of minimalist. I felt like since she is a little bit more classy, she probably wouldn't have a ton of clutter around. She keeps everything very neat and tidy and just looking good, so that when she has guests over, they will be impressed. And yeah, she just definitely likes to impress people with her style and her classiness. So I believe that is just about it for this build. And then I do add a little workstation for her where she can write her reviews, or I guess critiques, on the different art pieces that she looks at. And so with this desk, it is kind of like a custom built desk, but it is functional. I did play test this build. Everything that your sim needs to live is functional, but to use the computer, you do have to sit down in the chair first and then click on the computer and choose the activity that you want to do. So, but yeah, it is definitely functional, and that is about it. Just adding a few more clutter items. I do end up putting some pictures on the wall. I move it over just to add a little bit more space, and I think that is about it. Looks like we are just about coming up on the screenshots now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this apartment renovation. It will be up on the gallery for download. If you did like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Pills to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you. From the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take